Hello, I'm S.S. Vikneshwaran. I'm the executive producer for Cosmic Ultima Pictures. I write, I produce, I conceptualize, I direct, and do a couple of things to get the contents coming up and being delivered to all my clients. I think most of the times it's a single issue that I've encountered most of the time. I think it's your concepts being either mishandled, or you just see it popping up on social media, on TV, or someone talks about it like as though it belongs to them, and you're like, what? I thought I created it. I thought I came up with it, But then you get sad, you get angry. But then I think the whole problem, where it lies, I think it lies how you handle it and how that happened. I think we need to understand how it happens. I think that's the most important thing here. Actually, there are 2 points here. I think one is it's either you're too late or you're too sad. When I say too late, how it happens is, I think there are 2 things to look at when I say it's too late. One is you come up with an idea, okay, but then even before you put it on paper, or you actually officially start to work on it, you actually see it popping up somewhere, and then you're like, late, too late. I should have done that. So you go like, they've done it. They've made this. Okay, let's try make new ones then. Another case is you may actually have not put it down on paper. Okay, you may not have started to write it, but you may have spoken about it to people, your colleagues, your friends, partners in the industry, and that's when things start to leak. And when that happens, you don't know how fast this kind of information travels. A lot of people start talking about it, and then one fine day you just see that story of yours, that spark of yours just pop up somewhere, and then you're like, that is mine. And then you're like, they'll be like, oh no, I heard it somewhere. Someone was talking about it. Oh no, it's supposed to be mine. So these are the cases of too late. But when I say too sad, I think that's the kind of thing, the kind of scenarios where you have put it down on paper, you have devised something very innovative, and then you're working on it, you're about to make it happen, and then you actually pass it to someone. Okay, this is the official proposal. Go for it. Let's do it together. And they'll be like, they'll promise you, okay, yeah, you're gonna be on board. You're gonna be the creator, the writer, the director, and yes, we'll call you once this pitch has been shortlisted. And then a lot of things start to go wrong. You actually find out one fine day, maybe a couple of months later, that they are already in production, and that's the sad part. You don't really understand what's going on, and then when you confront them, they'll be like, no, I thought you were busy. We assumed that you will be taking up other projects. No, but that's my baby over there. That's something that I came up with, and we were supposed to do it together. I mean, that's a promise we had. That's the deal we had. So what's going on? So they'll be like, we're sorry, can we compensate you? Can we talk about it? Can we have a sit-down meeting? So that's when things get sad. But it shouldn't have come to that point. But why it comes to that point is because you trust. You have colleagues whom you know and you trust, and you give them products that you think will actually come up to something good as a product. But then I wouldn't say betray is a very wrong or big word. I would say that human errors happen, and sometimes things can go on the wrong side, and we need to understand why it happens. So maybe I think the solution here is to keep your secret as a secret. Keep it discreet. I think that's the biggest thing here. Don't reveal your moves. Don't share too much of what you are going to do or what you're up to. So that's what people need to do. Creators mostly. Concepts being, my concepts popping up, I've seen it a couple of times, but then most of it is either the too late part, which is, like I'll be thinking about it, I'll be trying to put it down on paper, and then I see it popping up on TV, and then it's like, too late. It's okay, never mind. Let's come up with someone. So we always have that notion where, we always think that, it's okay, we can do better. We can come up with something better. Okay, that's fine, that's good. Okay, but the problem is when we see our concepts popping up somewhere else without our knowledge and when it's official. Okay, so yeah, that has happened to me, and I got very angry. And I had actually confronted the team of why they had to do this. So their reason was that they assumed that I was busy. They assumed that I might not be able to take it up during that schedule that they had planned, but they didn't even inform me about it. So it was disappointing, yes. I had a lot of questions popping up in me, but then at the end of the day, they were already in production. They were filming it. I think they had already gone into about 2 weeks to a month of filming my concept. So I had a lot of questions I wanted to ask them, but then there's no point. There's really no point in asking them. And even if they wanted me on board after that incident, I don't think I can trust them. So once the trust is breached, I believe you don't have, I don't think you should have a working relationship or any kind of relationship with people like that. So, but that's very sad, you see. I mean, no matter what, they are also creators. Being creators, they should know the pain of, concepts being mishandled like that, and being claimed just like that. But I think the whole idea, maybe the whole thing here is that we need to understand that it's not entirely their fault. Maybe we should have, tried to keep it official. Maybe I should have done legal stuff. Maybe I should have patented it, copyrighted it before giving it. Maybe it's the trust I had in them. Because we know each other, you see, we know each other, we have worked together. So when they approach us, we were like, yeah, well, why not? Let's do this. Let's get this going, yeah. And we do up everything, 40-page proposal, and then we just, with designs, pictures, pop-ups, to give them references of how the whole thing is going to look like, and we give it to them in hand. And then when everything goes berserk, I think that's when you start to realize that, okay, maybe it's not their mistake alone. I think I've done it also. I think it's my mistake as well. I think I should have been clear. Maybe I should have penned it down that I'm giving you this, because it was never on paper. We never really did anything on paper that, I'm submitting to you this, I mean, we had emails exchanged and stuff, but then how much can that help? So yeah, it was painful, but then I got over it. They wanted to compensate me, but I told them, no, it's all right. It's okay, it's just an idea. I think I can come up with more. You guys enjoy, have fun, and yeah, I exited. I think PitchMark can be a lifesaver actually for a lot of content creators. I think that's I think what you guys are doing is actually putting a tap on all innovators. Trying to see. I think more than trying to see, I think you guys are trying to protect the content that can be leaked. So you actually keep a check on these people's works. Hey, look, we are here. So don't worry, it's all sealed. It's a deal. Don't worry. So that's really promising for us. It actually gives us creators hope. Thinking that okay, it's safe. We can actually share this with someone because we have already done the right things to actually keep it protected. So I think for any creator, not just me, any creator, I think protection of content, of their very own content, is something that's very, very important, because for today, right, I think no idea is new. Everything has been tried and tested. So maybe even if you come up with something really new, okay, I think at the end of the day, what you need to do is get it protected so that you know it belongs to you. I think what PitchMark does is they give you a reality check that, look, this is yours. So don't worry. I think you got this. I think that's the biggest thing here. And I think what you guys are doing is something really great. I'm actually basically a storyteller. I like telling as much stories as possible, and I like to entertain. Okay, so I'm actually coming up with a few features lined up for next year. It was supposed to be this year, but yeah, with all the pandemic, everything has been kind of locked down. So I'm trying to get it all started, change a bit here and there. And yeah, being a Singaporean, I think I think I have the right to make a film here in Singapore with our resources that we have. So what if everything is closed? What if everything is locked down? We open up something here and we try to tell more stories, because I think stories don't anything that's locked down. We can open things up with stories. So yeah, I'm looking forward to share my stories with the world.